I'm in a real mood today.
You're always in a real mood.
Oh, that's a good point. But I'm in a mood to go back in time a little bit.
Like a Michael J. Fox?
Yes, like a Michael J. Fox. I think it would be and Michael J. Fox. No, it's a Michael
What does a
J.
Michael
Fox.
J. Fox say? Oh, no, it's the wrong song. So.
Moo. Nope. It's what a Michael J. Cow says.
Oh, Michael J. Fox says, come on, Sarge.
Yeah, I think we just need to hop in the old DeLorean Motor Company 2-door Chariot with its flux capacitor installed.
Now, do we have enough plutonium to do this?
Can you ever have enough plutonium?
Well, I can't, but can you? This is a flashback episode.
What are we flashing back to?
The future.
So 1955?
Wouldn't it be 1993 this now? What did I just say? Would 1993 this now?
That's absolutely what you just said.
That is some proper English there, my friend.
Me fail English? That's impossible. No, I think we should start right when Back to the Future started. I think we should jump into 1985 with both feet running.
The 80s rule, my friend.
They do rule.
I rule.
Dude.
All right, words, dude. I grew up with dude. I still use dude. It's our flashback episode for dude. I don't think dude will ever go away. Did you use dude a lot?
Yeah, I think I still use dude a fair amount.
Mm-hmm.
I think the worst part about admitting that I use dude is it's literally just a throw-in word. It's gotten to the point where it has no meaning whatsoever.
Yeah.
You're just saying it as a break. It's like saying when you're trying to say something to somebody else.
Yeah, I could see that. What's weird is like dude's been around for so long and it gets used so much. I always think it's one of those words that have fallen off. And I feel like I'm some old guy just saying dude.
Mm-hmm.
But then I hear...
And you are.
Yeah. Well, I guess I am. But then you hear somebody young still using it. And you're like, okay. I mean, I still am an old guy saying dude.
It got to the point where it meant so little that people would even say dude, bro. Like you needed bro to back up dude when you had already said dude, which has in essence the same meaning as bro.
We had tons. We had dude, we had duder, we had dudette for a female.
Oh, right. You're not explaining to me. You're explaining to the audience. I know what dudette means.
Do you?
Yeah, of course I do. It's the effeminate dude.
The effeminate dude?
Yes.
That's like my favorite, that's my favorite Southern Cal band.
Do you think in Mexico it's dudo and duda?
It is when I say it. Everything's dudo. Everything you put the O at the end, right?
No, only if it's masculine. If it's feminine, you put the A.
All right. Give me some examples. Fisho. How do you know if it's a fish, it's a female fish or?
No, like if there's no reason to describe, there's no reason to state what the sex is, then it would always be O. So like fish is pescado.
So like it'd be tuna O?
No, tuna would I think just be
tuna.
I think it'd just be tuna.
But what if it's a female tuna? El tuna O?
Well, that's the other thing. It's not L if it's female. It's la.
La female tuna. La tuna.
I'm bad at
this.
We probably shouldn't. We're bad enough at slang. We probably shouldn't include Spanish on this.
We got to get to Spanish words though one of these days. I just know the bad slang ones.
Yeah, I was going to say I don't think we can say those ones on the air. Those are the only ones I know.
Those will be the ones that'll get all the listens too.
Oh, there was one when I was working. I don't remember which restaurant I was working at, but there was a whole group of the bussers and such that would call me Pullman.
What?
Apparently in Mexico, there are semi-trucks that have very large front ends. And because I had a rather large forehead, they referred to me
your
as
forehead's not that big.
I used to cut my hair a lot shorter, so it was easier to see how big my forehead was.
Well, you're offsetting it with that giant beard.
Sure. I'm not even offsetting it. I'm just distracting you down.
Whatever you're doing, it's working.
It's Some would refer to it as a 5 head.
Yeah, I've heard that, but I don't think you fall under the 5 head.
You haven't seen my hair short.
Let's see it.
It goes all the way back.
All you got to do is pull it back for me right now.
Top down.
Oh, Jesus. Whew.
How many channels do you get on that thing?
All right, I think dude's pretty self-explanatory, but if anybody's coming to this podcast still to learn, I guess we should actually give them official, I don't know, definitions.
Are there?
Well, this actually fits what you said earlier. Does
it say an elephant's, you know what?
Always back with the elephants, man.
Well, that's
elephant penises never forget.
That's elephant penises, comma, never forget.
Never forget. Good times. On the Urban Dictionary or the UD,
mm-hmm.
or Captain UD, as we call him. No, we don't do that. Dude, a word that can be used in any situation in replacement of an actual sentence. And like you said earlier, it's kind of the word that it's just a go-to of like or like you're waiting.
It's that, but what it says is kind of accurate too. Like it could be in full replacement. Like instead of saying no way, you can say like dude with the right inflection, and somebody understands that means no way.
But that's how we used to use dude. And it was fun. Dude really took off in the 80s too because of a lot of the pop culture movies that Fast Times at Ridgemont High and Bill and Ted was a huge influence for me. So dude, bogus, heinous, a bunch of other words you'll probably see later on in our flashbacks. Well,
and I feel like dude, when it first started out, was much more in replacement of like bro or guy or whatever. It was just like a nickname for something. Then it became sort of ubiquitous where you could use it in any possible way that you wanted to. It's the clean version of the F word, basically.
Okay, I can see that. We used it back then, and like if we called you dude, you were like, that was like friend. You were like, we didn't call everybody dude unless we were like pissed. Like, come on, dude. Like
actually,
that.
for our listeners out there, now that I just said that it's the clean version of the F word,
come on,
and
F mother effer,
mother duder. First of all,
mother duder.
First of all, yes, mother duder. Second of all, I want all of our listeners to go around just saying, I don't dude with that.
All right. You guys think you can pull that off?
Both of you? Can you?
I don't dude with that.
Sorry, we saw the numbers today. All three of you.
We love all three of you.
We have to. We're married to two of them.
Yes, probably.
The third one's probably a child.
All right.
Like one of our children, not just a child.
No, it's just some strange child.
Oof.
Yeah.
Awkward.
Yeah. Oof. That's going to be one of our words coming up.
Oof.
Another thing with dude when I was a teenager, because I was in a band, long hair, about the hair metal and all that stuff. So dude was pretty much used, I don't know, 100 times a day. We started using the word dudette, but you had to like earn that. And the fact that women still dated us after that, we must have really good music.
That's just another crime against women that they had to earn dudette, but dude was passed around freely. Like,
it's because men are stupid. Right?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Stupid like a fox.
So are foxes stupid?
No.
You keep going back to the stupid fox thing and like giant penis
I don't
elephants.
First of all, I don't come back to giant penis elephants.
Also, I think come back to giant penis.
You said you keep coming
elephants?
Back to. Yeah. Okay. You said exactly what I just said.
Giant penis elephants?
That's exactly what you just said.
Okay.
Go to playback. Anyways, irrelevant.
That should be the name of our tour.
Stupid like a fox is something that Homer says in one of the episodes of The Simpsons.
Is it?
Yeah. I don't remember what it's in reference to. So this is one of those rare instances where I don't remember the setup.
Mm-hmm. So you say stupid like a fox. I used to hear dumb like a moose.
Dumb like a moose? Why you got to hate on Canadians?
Are mooses Canadian?
Yeah, that's probably caribou.
See, that's profiling, dude. You don't do that in Animal Kingdom. Come on, dude.
I do that wherever I want, especially in Jack Hanna's Animal Kingdom. Also, heard about Jack Hanna and his Alzheimer's. Sorry for the family for having to deal with that. It's a very tough disease.
Sorry, dude.
Definitely going to have to edit that out. A complete lack of care for Jack Hanna.
Sorry, dude. that better?
No, that's worse. That's pandering.
Well, I mean, that dude's had his hands up some wild, woolly
You know what?
animals.
You can just stop right there.
All right, dude. No problem, dude. But anyways, Jack, sorry, dude.
That was almost heartfelt.
I'm good at that.
You know, without Jack Hanna, Steve Irwin doesn't exist.
So I'm like the one person in the world that doesn't like Steve Irwin. Didn't like Steve Irwin.
You're not.
Because
God rest his soul, but I also did not like him.
He seemed like a sweet guy, but his whole spiel was like, let me pull on this tail or rip this thing out of its home or smack it on the head and be like, look at this. And then it was like, what are you doing, dude?
Which reminds me of not a Simpsons episode, but a movie. Have you seen UHF?
Yes, but I was a teenager.
You haven't seen it again?
Well, probably when I was like 20, 21.
You're missing out. Anyways.
Well, you quoted enough. I feel like I see it every week.
Probably.
Yeah. He actually he acts it out too.
There's a segment in it because not obviously, for those of you that don't know, it's Weird Al's movie. He finds himself inheriting a UHF television station that's on hard times. He has to try to resuscitate it from the dead, so he comes up with all these ridiculous shows. And one of them is Raoul's Wild Kingdom. And that's basically the same thing. He does whatever he can to piss off the animal. He does a segment with an ant farm and says, they really hate it when you do this, and shakes the ant farm so it ruins all their tunnels. He talks about turtles being nature's suction cup and licks their belly and throws it on the ceiling and it sticks.
Oh, what a dick move.
He has an episode where he teaches poodles how to fly, but all they're doing is jumping out a second-story window and dying in a pile on the street.
When's the last time you watched that movie? Because you remember that thing by heart.
That's because that movie's fantastic.
Did you like grow up watching it over and over again?
I watched it a lot initially, like after I watched it the first time. Because the first time I watched it, like the very first scene, my buddy and I are sitting watching it and we're drinking Clearly Canadian, as was the style at the time. And something happened that made me laugh so hard that I shot Clearly Canadian out of my nose and was crying for the next 10 minutes. So I missed enough of it that like I watched it again. Then it was so funny that I just watched it far too much. That and Major League I watched a lot.
Oh, why is it always Major League?
Because it's the best baseball movie of all time. Oh, did I tell you that I went to get a haircut the other day and they had The Sandlot on TV?
Yeah. Your hair looks so good now, too.
Yeah, the hair looks great. The movie's terrible.
Oh, my God. You're so wrong on so many levels.
And
you wonder why nobody listens to us because you bag on The Sandlot.
Yeah, that's the reason. It's not because we suck at this. It's because...
Dude.
Sorry, dude.
Oh, you went into UHF. Was there a point to that?
No, just Raoul pissed off animals the way Steve Irwin pissed off animals.
That's right, Steve Irwin. We were talking about Steve Irwin. Yeah, that's right. I guess I shouldn't just say how I dislike the guy and, God rest his soul. Dude. I guess I should. But yeah, I thought he was like Woody Woodpecker, just a total instigator, man.
He was that, and
he seems sweet and fun at the same time.
I don't want to answer for all of Australia, but I feel like he did the most cartoony version of an Australian. He always felt like a person acting like an Australian as opposed to an Australian. It was so over the top.
And the way he passed.
For the record, we're definitely going to do an episode on Crikey.
Crikey?
Yeah.
You going to do it in the right accent?
Crikey.
Dude. Well, dude's kind of like got an Australian background, right? They use dude.
Yeah, everybody uses dude. And apparently dude was slang during the Old West, too. Originally a synonym for rags and later a derogatory Old West term for a dandy.
Did they ever use the word dude in any of the Western movies other than when Bill and Ted go back to the West? And they pick up Billy the Kid?
Not that I know of.
All right.
But I also didn't watch Western, so.
Not your kind of nerd?
No.
What about, should we talk about the ultimate dude from a movie?
Oh, you're talking about the dude.
Yeah.
Like the Big Lebowski dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can talk about that.
You're going to have to carry me on this one. I haven't watched that in a long, long time.
Okay. So what do I have to carry?
Do you think he's the ultimate dude?
I think that it can be argued that he's the ultimate dude, if only because he only gets referenced to as the dude.
Okay, that makes sense.
Or dude. Just because, like, again, you can call anybody dude. But if you call them by anything else, then they can't be the ultimate dude. The ultimate dude would be whoever is only referenced to as dude or the dude. Right?
Yeah, but my ultimate dude is Ted Theodore Logan.
Ted Theodore Logan.
Yeah. From Bill and Ted.
Oh.
Keanu.
Mm.
You brought up my favorite, though. You brought up the Ninja Turtles. This is a flashback episode.
I thought that's where you were going when you picked the word dude.
No, we would have done like Cowabunga or something like that. Right?
I guess.
So we've gotten into this before a little bit, dude. And if I remember right, you like Leonardo more.
Yeah, he's the brains of the whole operation.
Brains is Donatello.
He's the best combination of brains and fighting.
You think so?
Sure. I don't know.
He doesn't fight. He just complains about Raph the whole time.
Wouldn't you?
No, just listen to Raph and we get shit done.
Do you think? There's a reason he's red. He's the hothead of the group.
Yeah.
Leonardo's blue because he's calm, cool, collected.
Is that what that is? He's just cold. He's got hard turtle nipples.
Is Donatello purple because he's the king of the group?
No, he's purple because hasn't had sex in a while.
That would still be blue, man.
No, he's gone past blue.
Not blue man.
Blue man group, dude. So we probably shouldn't talk about the Ninja Turtles nuts. Huh?
Why is Mikey orange?
I don't know. You got a problem with skin color?
No, it's not their skin color. They're all green.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, when people write shows like that, there's a reason that they do things.
To sell toys.
Well, yeah, but
if you watch, if they're made from the comics and they all have red bandanas in the comic, the original ones.
Really? Boring.
They were all drawn in black and white, so you couldn't tell the difference, anyways.
Then how would you know that the bands were red?
The covers were in color, but like you'd open a thing and they were black and white. So pretty cool, huh?
Not really.
Why not?
Makes me want to side with the Battletoads, if we're being honest.
They didn't have a comic book.
They didn't need one.
Oh wait, I should probably look that up. They could have made one eventually.
Might have.
They made ones from other ones. Battletoads. You must have liked like the Street Sharks and stuff too.
Ooh, yeah.
Did you for real?
No.
Okay. When I say when you hear dude, does it make you immediately go to anything or think anything?
No, not anymore because of how just useful in everyday life it is. Like, I've never seen Bill and Ted's.
What?
Yeah. I've never seen Bill and Ted's.
You haven't seen any of the 3 movies?
There were 3?
Mm-hmm.
What was the third one?
They just made it. They made it during COVID.
Oh, that's right. Nope, haven't seen any
And
of
it's
it.
actually really good.
Yeah, well, because one of them's a real talent now.
Well, they're all real talents.
Sure they are.
What are you talking about?
I'm just saying, dude.
Bill's become like a hell of a director and stuff.
Oh.
For real.
Did he direct it? What's his name? Alex Winters?
Yeah. His last movie, I think, is a documentary on Frank Zappa.
Frankenstein?
I can't believe you haven't watched Bill and Ted. That seems like a crime against humanity.
I mean, there's a lot of things that I haven't seen. I didn't see Titanic till 3 years ago.
But here's the big debate. Was there room for Jack on that door at the end? That when she's floating on?
Of course there was, but that would have made for a worse movie. You can't have Jack survive.
Put her on a smaller door. Right?
Right.
Yeah, she was like floating on a 10 by 10 door. There was enough room for 6 people on that thing. Selfish.
Yeah.
Poor dude.
Like, poor guy gets killed in the water, then has to come back as Frank Abagnale, and then later a guy that wrestles bears or something. I don't even know what that movie was about. It was just really pretty.
I didn't even watch that. Was it The Revenant?
Yeah. That sounds right.
I heard that one's really good, though.
Was that the one?
No, Bill and Ted.
It wasn't even an excellent adventure.
Mm-hmm.
It's terrifying. but it was just shot really pretty. Like it was one of those movies where, you know how like after a certain point it became a joke that Leo wasn't winning any Oscars.
Mm-hmm.
And so then it was like, let's see who can make him the first Oscar winner. And I saw that movie and I was like, there's no way that he wins for this. Like it's just pretty. He's not doing anything. If he should have won for anything, it was Gangs of New York.
Think so?
Absolutely.
No, I think he should have won for Growing Pains.
That you can't win an Oscar for Growing Pains.
When you're Leonardo DiCaprio, you can.
No, you can't.
Dude.
Did
you even watch Growing Pains? You were probably like a little kid.
Did you ask me if I watched a show starring a guy that, if not for my dad, I would have wanted to be my dad, and Alan Thicke, that I didn't watch a show starring Kirk Cameron and Tracy Gold, that I didn't watch a show starring Judith Light?
Wow, he's got all that. It's not Judith Light. That's of Who's the Boss.
Is it?
Yeah.
Shit.
Oh, he just shit all over himself. Oh.
Apparently I didn't watch it. I just started making up names. Who was the wife in...
I don't remember her name. I could see her face. She's blonde.
That's probably why I got her confused with Judith Light, but I'll get there.
You're a huge Tony Danza fan.
Keep talking.
I've heard too. So
I do want him to hold me closer.
So you did watch Growing Pains with Boner and everything.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Vinny Stabone.
I mean, you didn't have a boner, but there's a character named Boner on it.
Right. Vinny Stabone.
How old were you when Growing Pains was on?
6, 7.
And they had a character named Boner, and a 6-year-old got to watch that?
Yeah.
80s were awesome, dude.
The 80s were awesome, dude. Joanna Kearns.
Oh, yeah. That's right. Okay. So you were in Northern Cal, right?
Yeah.
Was obviously Dude was used like crazy Southern Cal. Was it just as big in Northern Cal growing up?
Yeah, I think it was big everywhere. Like I think it reached its height in Southern California because it became such a surfer term.
Yeah, surfer culture is huge.
Right.
And
even though there is surf culture in Northern California, it's not to the same veracity as it is in Southern California. But the word was still everywhere.
Yeah. Dude. Your first crush growing up. And I don't mean like teenager. I mean like young, when you first realized, hey,
like you're watching TV and there's a character on the TV and
you're kind of interested more than you
fake crush or real crush?
Just your first crush. Like mine would have been Wonder Woman, the TV show.
Sure.
And that was the little before I was was actually.
See, I didn't try to outkick my coverage. I wasn't sitting there as a 6-year-old going, yeah, I can score a 30-year-old woman.
No, I just remember seeing her and Daisy Duke because I was still really young, but I just remember being like, something seems different to me.
This is weird because it comes back to Tony Danza, actually. Samantha Maselli.
Alyssa Milano?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. What do you got for me?
I think I know the answer to this one, but favorite cartoon character.
If anybody's made it this far, this is going to be like our 15th or 20th episode. And if you don't know that I'm like an Optimus Prime, I don't know.
Fangirl?
Yeah. Girl with like 3 R's.
Girl.
Oh, girl.
Dude. Girl.
I mean, there's some contenders right behind him, like Voltron and stuff, but Optimus Prime is just...
But like Voltron's a hard thing because is Voltron really a cartoon character on its own? I was kind of hoping you would go down this path so we could have this discussion. Mm-hmm. Like Voltron is a combination of multiple cartoon characters because you have the guys that were guys and girls that were actually...
Look at my shirt, dude.
Yeah, no, I see the shirt.
Yeah, I have Voltron on my shirt right now.
No, you don't. That's My Little Pony. Anyways.
Shh. Rewind. Oh, I'll fix that in post.
No, because Voltron you had your lions,
mm-hmm.
but you had also people inside those lions. So Voltron was like the third level of cartoon character.
I'll give you that. So gives me another reason to not even.
Also, are we talking cartoons? I didn't clarify this when I asked it. Are we talking cartoons like cartoon shows?
Well, wouldn't they all start from the shows? Or well, I guess Disney movies would have. There's a handful of movies.
Well, I'm saying, or like comic strips or anything like that.
Oh, shoot. When I was in the 80s, it was all about Garfield. And then when did Calvin and Hobbes start? Was that 90s?
No, 80s.
Calvin Hobbes was 90s or 80s?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it didn't get better in Calvin Hobbes.
It did not. If we're going cartoon shows, like cartoon characters, I'm going to go Bullwinkle.
Okay, really?
Like that, I liked all the new stuff. And obviously I was a huge Transformers fan and all that. But I would wake up in the mornings and on one of our local channels, it was like Woody Woodpecker and then Rocky and Bullwinkle show and all that stuff. And Bullwinkle, his goofy yet somewhat sarcastic way of talking, like really formed, I think, who I am comically. Well, maybe
really?
the goofy part, but
I think you're smarter. I think you're more of a Bugs Bunny.
Bugs, no.
See, but now that you mention that, if I'm going to go back to that, yeah, I was raised on Bugs Bunny and Tom and Jerry. So my favorite character from the Warner Brothers thing was Marvin the Martian. So huge fan of him. And again, it's like The Simpsons. You bring up The Simpsons a lot, and you can watch it as a kid and see it, but then when you watch it as an adult, there's just so much humor that was for adults that you didn't catch. And all those old Warner Brothers ones were like that. Some of them you can't play anymore because they're a little
they're a little sketch.
Yeah, but some of them are truly some of the funniest stuff, and I love that stuff.
Yeah,
it isn't Itchy and Scratchy from The Simpsons. They're based off of Tom and Jerry, right? It's kind of their commentary off that.
Just more violent, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's one of the great things about The Simpsons that goes. The Simpsons are one of the few shows that you can sit the entire family down, watch episodes, and everybody gets funny stuff for them. And
I can see that.
The funny stuff that shouldn't be for kids is okay. They're not going to get it anyway. Yeah. And as an adult, you can have that like little giggle next to them knowing that they did something horribly profane.
That's a good point, because if you think about all the shows that rip off The Simpsons humor, they just all lean towards the adult now. There is no innocent humor in any of it when you watch Rick and Morty and any of that stuff. And that stuff is as funny as hell. But you're right. There's no innocence to it.
That's going even further down the line. I mean, just starting with things like Family Guy. Like Family Guy could be 3 steps less over the top and probably be just as funny, if not funnier. But like the fact that The Simpsons deals with things like Bart getting a girlfriend or Lisa getting a boyfriend or becoming president or whatever. Like it deals with all these different things that like little kids can relate to if they want to. And then ridiculous shit that happens to the adults. And it's all funny and it's all in one episode. And there's all kinds of things that they hide in the script that like adults can get that kids won't. And you don't feel bad about kids being in the room when they see it.
Well, and here's what I can't believe I didn't think about this, but me throwing out Dude, first thing, I'm surprised you didn't just latch on to The Simpsons and Bart, because he used Dude all the time on it.
Yeah.
Do you do a Bart impression?
No.
Yeah, your voice is too deep.
Yep. My voice is a man's voice. He's voiced by a woman.
I could probably do the voice because my voice is not a man's voice.
Ew. Awkward.
Well, flashback episodes are always fun. We've been sitting on Dude for a while. We probably could have done this as our first flashback episode.
Probably. I mean, I don't know. It's just an easy word. It's flashback and not flashback all at the same time because everybody still uses it.
And I still love it. I don't know why. It sounds stupid sometimes. And I guess it depends on who's using it and how they're using it. But I'll always love Dude. I probably say it too much. I don't say as much as now, but I will after this episode.
Oh, yeah, for sure, dude.
And you're my dude.
I wish I could say the same.
Come on. Duder. We got this, right?
So what you're saying is I'm dude and you're duder. As in you're more dude?
Well, if the dude fits.
The dude does not fit.
You must have quit.
We must have quit.
Oh, that's some bull, dude. We'll let the listeners decide. We had this before with the FOMO episode. We did hashtag FOMO Matt, hashtag FOMO Dan. And he lost this, by the way.
There was one vote from a family member of his.
There was 2 votes from 2 family members, but I didn't realize one of them was a family member.
Wait, who was the other vote from?
The first one was from my nephew, the one who sent us the email.
He voted you?
Mm-hmm. Because they're smart.
Did you tell him
my family is smart and right?
Did you tell him that,
dude,
that I now have decided that he can no longer listen to this podcast.
Oh, dude. We'll cut that out, dude. Anyways.
He's going to learn what FOMO is when he can't listen to this podcast anymore. That's for damn sure.
Oh.
Sorry, Hunter.
Anyways, look up FOMO, the episode FOMO, and it's still a hot button issue. Dude is definitely not a hot button issue. But hashtag Dude Dan or hashtag Dude Matt.
Hunter, you can re-earn your opportunity to listen to this podcast by voting correctly.
Hashtag Hunter, do the right thing.
Hashtag Hunter, dude the right thing.
Ooh, clever. Clever girl.
You can't say that to me. I'm not a girl or a velociraptor.
But you...
God, I wish you were funnier.
What?
When I say things like that, you're supposed to follow that up with, not with that attitude.
No, we could do better than that.
If this part right here does not make it into our outtakes, I'm walking off set.
Like a velociraptor?
Why would a velociraptor walk off set?
No, it's just saying this is the way you walk. You walk like that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Haunch forward. Click clack on the doors.
Yeah. Cock out.
Cocksure.
He's basically Matthew McConaughey when he walks around.
I only go to doors that have windows in them so that I can exhale on the window.
There you go. He's not lying. You didn't like the Matthew McConaughey reference?
I wasn't listening. I was too busy trying to host this episode.
Oh, was that? Oh. Because, he's got those little T-Rex arms and everything. So
Matthew McConaughey does?
Yeah. Short little arms he's got.
Really?
Yeah, watch him drive one of them stupid Cadillacs or whatever he drives.
First of all, it's a Lincoln, bro.
Dude,
it's a Lincoln, bro.
Oh, I can't wait to tag Lincoln and Matthew McConaughey in this.
He's going to be so pissed. He's never going to come on the show now because you said
no, we're going to get free. T-Rex. We'll get free soccer tickets. He's the owner of that Texas team, right?
Oh, Austin.
Yeah. Yeah, dude.
I don't think we're going to get free tickets by saying that he has little velociraptor arms.
No, T-Rex arms.
Well, which is it?
It's T-Rex arms. You have velociraptor. You walk like a velociraptor. He walks like a T-Rex.
His thighs aren't that thick.
No. But his dino weenies, he just walks with that straight out, dude. All hips, dude.
He says dude a lot.
He does. No, he says all right, all right, all right.
Well, he says that, yes, but he says dude a lot in his movies and stuff, doesn't he?
I think so. I don't watch too many of his movies.
You probably said it in that movie that you're quoting.
Dazed and Confused?
You sure are. What's your favorite Matthew McConaughey movie?
I actually do have one. His first one. Time to Kill.
That was his first movie?
Yeah.
That was before Dazed and Confused?
Mm-hmm. He might have filmed Dazed and Confused first, but I think Time to Kill came out first. I thought he was great in that movie. I love that movie. It's a good movie. It's not a fun movie to talk about for dude, but
mine's obviously How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days.
Is it?
I don't know. It was the only other one I could think of the name of.
What about Interstellar? It's pretty good in that one.
I don't think I saw Interstellar. Also, he's a good actor, and I don't want to make it sound like I don't think he's a good actor by pigeonholing him to comedy stuff, but I feel like I like him better in comedy stuff than I do in serious stuff.
Yeah, I'd agree with
just because he's got such a good, relaxed personality. See, I'm trying to earn you back, Matthew. Anyways, he's got such a relaxed...
Fine, he doesn't have T-Rex arms. He has raptor arms.
He has such a relaxed personality. I just feel like it plays well to humor.
I'm serious. Watch one of them GMC commercials and watch him when he's driving.
Still Lincoln.
What does the president got to do with this? Come on, dude. Stick with me here, dude.
Dude, I'm talking about Lincoln Motor Company. Whatever the company is called Lincoln that makes cars.
Lincoln Logs?
No. That's what the president used to make his house.
Right on, dude.
Dude.
All right, dude. Flashback was fun this week.
Wasn't bad.
We love you guys. Thanks for being here for the Flashback episode. I'm Dan.
And I'm Matt.
Well, I'm Dude Dan.
Dude, I'm Matt.
Wait, you're Dude. I'm Duder.
Wait, no, I got it. I'm Matt, dude.
Dude, you're Matt, dude.
Well, who are you then, dude?
I'm the one who's ending this episode, duder.
When?
Right now. All right. This is going to be a heck of a flashback episode. I'm your host, Dan.
And I'm Matt.
He's Matt, my co-host for this ride back to the future. Back to the past? Help me out, Marty.
You think I would be Marty and you would be Doc somehow? Get the hell out of here.
What are you talking about? You're Biff if you're anything.
What?
You have the jaw for it.
You don't even know what my jaw looks like.
Mm-hmm. Why don't you make like a tree and get out of here?
Why did you make Biff from like Upper Philly or something? I have no idea what was going on.
Did I just do a Philly accent?
Not on purpose.
But I did one, right?
Maybe.
So I can put that with my Australian accent?
God help us. I hope
Why don't you make it like a tree? I can't do it.
Now you sound like a person.
Get out of here.
Now you sound like a Philly person trying to do an Australian accent and landing on a really shitty Southern accent.
So basically Danny DeVito. Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
There you go. But I nailed that, right? I nailed that though, right? Dude.